And hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the month of June, dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And also, rightfully so, the month of June should also be dedicated to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. We should honor and venerate these two hearts. And that's what this video is about. Did you guys know that for decades, Our Lady, specifically under the title of Our Lady of the Immaculate Heart, and also as Our Lady of Fatima, for decades, she's been begging the Catholic Church, she's been begging you and me and the generations before us to take advantage of the 5 First Saturdays devotion as a way to make reparations for the sins in the world, to pray for conversions, for the conversion of the world, for peace in the world, and as act of reparations for the sins and the evils that are happening everywhere, including even in our church. Did you know that back in the 1920s, Our Lady of Fatima continued to appear to Sister Lucia? By then, she was already older, she was already in her convent, and with the child Jesus would appear to her and ask her to spread the devotion of the 5 First Saturdays. And what is the 5 First Saturdays devotion? Well, the Blessed Virgin Mary wants us Catholics that for the first Saturday of the month, for 5 consecutive months, we go to confession, and it could be done within the 7 days before or after that Saturday, but we make it to confession. We go to Holy Mass and receive Holy Eucharist that Saturday morning, and we also pray the Rosary and spend an additional 15 minutes meditating on all the mysteries of the Rosary. That's pretty much it. That's what Our Lady has been asking us for decades. For, again, like I said, as reparations for the sins in the world, and also reparations for the blasphemies and the disrespect towards the Blessed Virgin Mary, which her heart is immaculate, meaning that she feels pain a lot more intense than anybody. Remember, she stood at the foot of the cross, experiencing emotionally all the pain that Jesus went through physically. And also, this is for reparations to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. The month of June is a perfect time to really dedicate and make these sacrifices. And it's perfect because if you think about it, as young adults, and I'm guilty of this, as young adults, when we think of Saturday mornings, as we think of the weekends in Miami during the summertime, let's face it, it's very interesting that going to Mass on a Saturday morning and receiving Eucharist and trying to make it to confession either that weekend or during that week, and then praying the additional 15 minutes of the Rosary and just spending time in church in general is like the last thing on our mind, unless it's Sunday morning. It happens to all of us, but can we please make the sacrifice for Our Lady? We have the weapons that Our Lady has given us, to really save the church, so that way the church can save the rest of the world. Because as the church goes, the world goes. Let's make the sacrifice. But I want to be more specific. Our Lady asked, like I said, to Sister Lucia to spread the devotion of the 5 First Saturdays, right? For peace in the world and for conversion of souls. Boy, do we need a lot more conversions, because the evil spirits of communism, the evil spirits of Marxism, the evil spirits of abortion, the evil spirits of sexual and marital perversion, the evil spirits of apostasy and addictions and human sacrifice are just getting, and also evil spirits like witchcraft, stuff like that, has actually been spiking and increasing throughout the years. Anyway, she was very specific about making reparations to her Immaculate Heart. This is an image of Our Lady of Sorrows. This is one of the many different images that are used for Our Lady of Sorrows. There's also her Immaculate Heart, Immaculate Heart of Mary and Our Lady of Sorrows. Pretty much it's the same devotion, if you will, because it's all about loving Jesus through Mary. And remember, there's 2 hearts that suffered for the sake of mankind, for our salvation, right? And people are not taking the request seriously, so their hearts are being, wounded more and more. But number 5, why Our Lady chose 5 is because for the purpose that she said, reparations to all the blasphemies and offenses towards her. The top 5, right? And this goes perfectly with the 5 Saturdays, right? There's 5 different things she wants us to do for 5 consecutive months on that first Saturday as a combat against the 5 top offenses to the Immaculate Heart of Mary. I don't know about you guys, but Mary is the mother of Jesus, and Jesus is Lord, the King of Kings, the divine, in all his mercy, of course, but in all his perfect justice. He is the divine judge, the King of all kings, the ruler of all nations, that he rules an iron rod. I don't think we want to continue to offend his mother. And of course, as a Catholic, I know we don't really do that, but to a certain extent. But I don't think he wants us to continue to just sit there and not do anything about the many, many ways that people are offending his own mother. So Our Lady of Fatima requested of this devotion as reparations, for the 5 top offenses towards Mary. The top 5 offenses towards Mary are the first one, blasphemies against her Immaculate Conception. The second one, blasphemies against her perpetual virginity. Remember, Mary was and is perpetual virgin, right? And the other offense, the third offense, is blasphemy against her divine motherhood, meaning that people spreading lies that while she's a mother of Jesus, she's not the mother of his divinity, that she's not the mother of God, right? That's a heresy to say that Mary is not the mother of God. The fourth offense is the blasphemy of teaching children and teaching people in the community to disrespect Mary, to grow contempt towards her, indifference, and even hatred, right? So the fourth offense is publicly instilling in the hearts of children and other people to have hatred or indifference or just complete contempt or even hatred towards Mary. And then let me just make sure I get it right. The fifth offense from the top 5 offenses is people desecrating and insulting and desecrating the images and holy statues of Mary. Jesus and Mary feel that pain. And there's so many different ways, like very disgusting ways, which just any little level doing this is really messed up and disrespectful towards Mary and towards God. But there's so many different ways that Mary has been mocked, her images, statues being desecrated, and also Jesus in his images and holy statues. Desecration means throwing different paint on them or dirt or smashing images or spray painting. We saw last year during the demonic riots and stuff like that, churches being attacked, but that's been covered up. The devil, his number one goal is to attack the Catholic Church and bring it down, and of course to devour all of humanity. But the main institution, if you will, that he goes after is of course the Catholic Church, and the devil hates Mary. So all of that comes from the evil one. Those 5 offenses, like I said, those top 5 offenses, Our Lady asks us to please dedicate ourselves to the 5 First Saturdays devotion as reparations to her Immaculate Heart for these offenses. And again, those 5 offenses are blasphemies against her Immaculate Conception, against her perpetual virginity, against her divine motherhood, publicly instilling in the hearts of children and others to have hatred or indifference towards Mary, and also the desecration of Mary in her holy images and her holy statues. So what are you going to do about it? The world, let's face it, is getting a lot worse in spiritual warfare. Many people are more than ever being strayed away from God and also into the snares, and instead into the snares of the devil, his traps. We may not see, I get it, I understand that we go to our parishes, our Catholic parishes on Sunday Mass, and things look really good. Things look good because the church is packed. Thank God for Florida, yeah. Thank God. However, in the grand scheme of things, the church is entering into the time of its passion because of the lack of faith by our leaders and all the heresies coming out from the Vatican. And also part of it too because people are not following Our Lady's messages and her apparitions. And Fatima is one of the top most popular ones, which is church approved. But even that one, people are just kind of like whatever about it. So please, we can hang out and do fun stuff on Saturdays, of course, but after we do our devotion Our Lady asks us of, which is within 7 days before or after that Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, for 5 consecutive months, go to confession. Also that Saturday morning, go to Holy Mass, receive Eucharist, pray the Rosary, spend an additional 15 minutes meditating on the mysteries of the Holy Rosary, and making acts of reparations to Immaculate Heart of Mary. Now, how do you do acts of reparations to Immaculate Heart of Mary? Saying her, pretty much the dedication to a rosary, big time, but intentionally meditating on what she's going through in those mysteries, the joyful or the sorrowful ones, meditating on what's going through Mary's heart in those events of the lives of Jesus and Mary. And also, offering to her Immaculate Heart of Mary, I offer you a pardon. Oh, sorry, please. I offer you reparations for all the sins against your Immaculate Heart, for this evil or that evil, for these sins in the world of abortion or other things like that, and offering to Our Lady of the Immaculate Heart, pardon, telling her that you're sorry, for the sins of the world and that you love her. She's our Immaculate Mother. Um, so it's sacrifice time for Our Lady and for Jesus. And also, if you think about it, all Saturdays should be dedicated to Mary. Maybe you don't have to spend 9 hours in church. I get it. We have our lives. We want to also de-stress, have fun with friends. But all Saturdays should be dedicated to the Virgin Mary, because Saturday morning is when she was mourning, right after the Passion of our Lord. But now we have a perfect method that Our Lady gives to us as the Blessed Mother, as our mother, the perfect mother. Something that she wants us to do, so that we could follow. It's very practical. It's very Catholic. It's very important that we follow, because it's, because it has the sacraments. It's dedication to the sacraments, dedication to the Rosary, to prayerful meditation. And Our Lady of Fatima, remember what she spoke about, that many souls go to hell because people are not praying for them. So we gotta pray for the sake of the world, for the church. Put the effort, make the sacrifice, and God will hear our prayers, and He'll come through. If not, if we don't, if we don't even put the effort to take Our Lady seriously and to step it up in your prayer life, intentionally, right, for the Sacred Heart of Jesus and for the Immaculate Heart of Mary, then God is gonna just continue to allow these evils to, it's time to reclaim the culture of life, and really it restore the Catholic life in this world, because the church is away and we need the Blessed Mother. So that's what I want to share with all of you guys. Please take the 5 First Saturdays devotion more seriously. And this June, Saturday, June 5th, is the first Saturday of the month. We should also dedicate Saturday mornings to praying for an abortion clinic. We need that prayerful presence in the spiritual warfare of getting in the battle against these evils in the name of Jesus, and also through the Immaculate Heart of Mary. And in the end, the Immaculate Heart of Mary will triumph. So please consider during weekends or on Saturdays to spend time with Our Lady, and also to make sacrifices for the sake of the world. We have the 5 First Saturdays devotion. You also have the opportunities. Thank God we have opportunities to pray for the abortion clinics. Take advantage. Get in the fight. Our Lady is calling you to be a warrior. Now, are you gonna answer? God bless you all. Please keep bringing your prayers. I am Freddie, and I am out.